Good evening from InvestSharp.com. It is Sunday, April 18th, and this is Randy Smotone with your weekly watch list. Not sure what's going to happen this week with the market, so I put a few bearish ideas along with some bullish ideas. All right, we'll start off first with a ascending triangle on CQB. So right here, so if it can break out above this level, above about, we'll call it about 1690 or so, you probably go long there. Next is a few symmetrical triangles. EME, MCOR, has a nice base, kind of a cup and handle. So if it can, of course, all these triangles can break down as well as break to the upside. So keep that in mind. You could actually short if they lose their bottom trend line. So like that one. Next is TECD, Tech Data Corporation. Next is Asia. So if it can break out above Friday's high of about 29.13, I'd say go about 29.15 or so. It needs some volume. Had decent volume Friday and closed positive, so actually looking pretty good. Has some interest there. Next is a bull flag on MDRX. Huge breakout. Nice kind of inverted head and shoulders bottom here. And massive institutional buying on this breakout. Of course, it was on the earnings, but it has a nice bull flag, so you keep your eye on that one if the market wants to go higher or if it just wants to go higher. Next is some various breakouts have already happened. EEV, which is actually the ultra short emerging markets, which you would go along this. It actually broke out above the downtrend line. Tons of volume here, so so if you're bearish and the market's going down and a little bearish on emerging markets, you would go along this. Another one breakout was the FAZ, the financial bear. This is a 3 times. Broke out, lots of volume above the downtrend line. And ICLR, nice breakout, lots of volume here on Friday. Boom. Broke out above the downtrend line, has kind of triangle, has lots of good volume, so looks like it wants to go higher, even pretty good on Friday even. ATPG, breakout and lots of volume. It looks like it's trying to use this 22 as support, so keep your eye on that one if it wants to move higher. AmerisourceBergen, ABC, nice breakout actually Friday. Huge volume, looks good. WCRX, Warner Chilcott, broke out Thursday. It's trying to hold its trend line here. Friday, didn't have that high a volume sell off on Friday either, so nice breakout above. It was a descending triangle, but looks like it broke out above that. CSX, nice breakout on, I guess it was like Wednesday, and it's actually holding up fine, so keep an eye on that. And there wasn't that heavy of a selling on Friday. I don't think they're just dying to let that one go. FLIR, FLIR, big breakout here, looks good, had some nice volume, and that was on Friday. So these are held up really well in a kind of nasty market environment. MLM, Martin Marietta, broke out Fridays, looking good. Looks like it wants to go higher. VAL, Valspar, breakout, tons of volume here, nice breakout of an ascending triangle. Weyerhaeuser, big breakout on Friday in a bad market, pretty strong. CTCM, Russian or Europe related stock, does a lot of business I think in Russia, holding up really well. They bought it all the way back up. Typically that's a pretty bullish sign, so keep an eye on that one. Here's a few that look like they could be near breakout or it could be resistance for them. ACN right here, looks pretty good. STX, it looks like it's in this falling wedge, continuation wedge, and it didn't have that much selling on Friday, pretty low volume, so watch it. I think it's ready to about break out here higher if the market cooperates and doesn't continue its pullback. HNI, if it can take out this 29 with some volume, didn't seem like they wanted to sell it Friday. GLF, Gulf Mark Offshore. If it can take out this previous high at about 29.50 with volume, should have a nice move. APOL. Looks like it's about ready to break here at about, I'd say about the 65 mark. It needs some volume behind it. Looks good. Another long idea, but a bearish play, was the small cap bear 3 times. So if it can take out the tons of volume came in, of course, Friday. So if it can take out this downtrend line at about, I would say about $6.40 or so, you could go long this, which means the market's headed down. And dog, another reminder, if it takes out Friday's high, if you didn't already buy some Friday, you could over about $49, lots of volume coming in. And if you have a lot of longs, you might want to buy something like that just as some downside protection. Here's some near support. Providing the market holds up or the stock holds up, you could buy them near here. INFY, support, near support, possible buy. CTSH, if it holds that area there. OSK, NVIDIA, if it holds that downtrend line, it's held it all the way back to early February, so it looks like it's wanting to hold it. Weatherford, again, if it can hold the downtrend line, it's sitting on it there. It's trying to use it as support. XEC, looks good. BTU, another one, it's if it can hold that uptrend line. Was I saying downtrend line on the others? I have to go look at those. Now I'm going to wonder. It wasn't that one. Which one was it? No, the uptrend line on this one. I don't know. I think everybody knows what I meant. Visa, I like it near the 93.50 or so if it can hold that area. MasterCard, if it can hold the uptrend line here. SWKS, if it can hold, this is a long-term uptrend line and it bounced off of it. It looks like it's about ready to break out. State Street, if it can hold its uptrend line here at 46. GNK, if it can hold the downtrend line here. I have to go faster. A lot of stuff with it. EXK is looking good if it can hold the trend line. BVN, another at the trend line support if it can hold it. IPSU, again, if it can hold its downtrend line. NUAN, if it can hold the uptrend line. CAM, if it can hold, it's consolidating sideways, pretty bullish, and if it can hold its downtrend line. HMIN, holding the downtrend line, if it can hold that. MBL, if it can hold that little uptrend line there, and maybe lower than that, but I'd wait and see what it does. I wouldn't be in a big hurry Monday. I would wait for the first hour or so and see what happens. Rambus is trying to hold the downtrend line there, support. Here's a list of stocks that held up well Friday. I haven't really looked at the patterns. I just know they held up pretty well. Bell, Cree, NSM held up well. FuelSys held up pretty well. International Paper holding up well. Shaw consolidating sideways, should have a nice breakout or breakdown, whichever direction happens. Keep an eye on that one. ConocoPhillips holding up pretty well. CMG held up well. Tex held up well. Lulu held up well. Apple held up well. SLAB held up well. GameStop, GME is holding up well, especially if you can get it near this use them in this for support. Get it down there. And then here's some bearish ideas. Morgan Stanley breakdown with volume. Sienna, a breakdown of the trend line with volume out of the triangle. Medtronic, breakdown with some volume. Remember, these are all bearish ideas. BHI, looks like it broke down out of that little triangle with volume. BJS, if I can type. BJ Services, breakdown out of the triangle with some volume. JCG, breakdown of the trend line with volume, and IYR, breakdown of the trend line with volume. Here's a quick look at what I just covered, and that's all I have for you tonight, and I will be back with you tomorrow if you watch the daily market analysis. Hopefully we'll have a good trading week. Good luck to everybody. Thanks.